fighting for your rights, and the old red, white, and blue. Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. Now the world is ready for you, and the wonders you can do. Make a hawking dove, stop a war with love, make a liar tell it true. Wonder Woman, get us out from under, Wonder Woman. All our hopes are pinned upon you, and the magic that you do. Stop a bullet cold, make the axis fold, change their minds, and change the world. Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, you're a wonder, Wonder Woman.
What is the planet called?
Earth, 2 billion inhabitants, primitive nation states, crude beginnings in science. They call themselves humans.
They always call themselves human, but they're not. They are savages and they're dangerous.
Not yet.
Do they have atomic power?
They're just beginning to develop it.
But they do have wars.
Yes.
Warlike savages with atomic power. Next, spaceflight. Then they become a threat to every civilized planet. I vote we sterilize this Earth now.
You do not speak for the Council, Zachary.
Nor do you, Andros.
How long have you been an observer on this Earth?
A little more than 3,000 of their years.
And you identify with them?
Yes, I like them.
You are an observer, Andros. Civilized, empathetic, but prejudiced. I'm inclined to agree with Zachary. I think this Earth should be sterilized.
No, the compact laws are specific. Before any action on a primitive planet, there must be a judgment.
Very well. You will return to Earth, Andros. We will remain in sensory contact with you. Show us these humans. Convince the Council that they deserve a chance to survive, to grow. But it will be up to you to pass judgment.
But if you cannot convince us, Andros, do not resist us. Then we would have to destroy you along with the planet.
Certainly. We will notify CIC on a continuing basis. We've alerted observatories to report any more unidentified objects. Yes, sir. Thank you. Steve, this phone has been ringing off its hook all morning. Everyone thinks that that unidentified object last night was some sort of secret weapon.
Any more sightings reported?
No, just the one. The only other unusual report was on the weather. Thunder, lightning, and an incredible amount of rain at exactly the same time that meteor hit.
Meteor?
Well, that's what the Dominion Observatory thinks it was.
Maybe. But the Nazis have been perfecting a kind of a flying missile, sort of an airborne torpedo.
Well, in any case, we do have a possible location, and the search squads have already been out now for several hours.
have landed?
We are monitoring, Andros.
Commencing judgment survey.
What kind of terrain you're on. I want that flying whatever it was found. Out.
Bitte. Schuldig, ich bin.
Who are you? Identify yourself. What are you doing talking German?
I'm sorry. Call me Andros, please. I'm a visitor, a very peaceful visitor, come to speak to the leaders of your government on a matter of considerable importance.
It's a restricted area, mister. I need some kind of identification.
Well, I've already told you, my name is Andros.
That doesn't mean anything to me. Who are you? How'd you waltz through a squad of my men?
I'm a visitor, an alien.
You were speaking German.
I do not come from Germany, General, but from what you might call outer space. And I must apologize for causing this disturbance. You must understand, it's sometimes difficult to come into another culture.
What are you talking about?
Tightrope walking, Major. I want to speak to your President Roosevelt and some of the leaders of Congress first.
What?
Then Stalin, Churchill, de Gaulle, and Chiang Kai-shek. Later, of course, Mussolini, Emperor Hirohito, and Adolf Hitler.
Hitler? It's a bad time for jokes, mister. There's a war on.
Of course. That's why I'm here. As a representative of, call it a council of planets. The representatives of the council have been observing Earth and humanity for quite some time now, since the Neolithic. And at this very moment, there's a great deal of worry about the combination of your planet's growing technology and continued savagery. Many of us had hoped that you might be more civilized by now.
Are you here to pass some sort of judgment?
Oh, no. I'm here to observe first, to find the potential for peaceful development before it's too late. I hope I'm making myself clear.
As mud. You're either a spy or a mental case. Either way, you're under arrest. Sergeant!
Thank you, Major. Please do not attack me. I'm linked to my spacecraft's special support system, and in guarding me, it might hurt one of you.
General, as long as Mr.
Andros
is willing to come with us peacefully, why not have the meeting? The president can be informed. And speaking for intelligence, I'd like to find out just how he managed to stun those soldiers.
Something to that, Major. Get clear! Grenade! Sergeant, report to me at 1800 hours. And you, Andros, I'll arrange for you to be conducted to Washington, to the War Department. Pronto, in absolute secrecy.
Come on, Bjornson. You're a newspaper man. It's got to be worth money to you.
A story about a man who catches grenades in his bare hands and holds them while they explode?
I saw him. I figure he's some kind of scientist or something. And listen, General Kane himself, he's taking this guy right to the top.
Well, maybe it will be a human interest story worth $5?
Ain't fussy. It's not on $21 a month.
Eins, zwei, von Dreiberg.
Reporting, Herr General. I've learned the Americans are holding top-level meetings with an alien scientist.
Alien? From where?
A nationality unknown, sir, but it appears he is central to the development of major new weapons.
New weapons? There have been rumors. Secure all facts on this alien scientist, then seize him.
Yes, sir, he will be very closely guarded.
I'm not concerned with that. You will seize him. Our troops are smashing through Africa. We will soon take Paris. With this alien scientist's secrets at our command, we'll conquer the world that much sooner.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. We'll set up a preliminary session for tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Well, Mr. Andros, the White House is interested.
Just Andros, please.
All right. In any case, we will arrange a preliminary meeting and demonstration of your techniques for tomorrow.
And that's necessary before meeting with the President and Congress.
I'm afraid so, Mr. Andros.
Angelos Subabaros, imi upozugion.
Pardon?
That's classic Greek, sir. A messenger to barbarians is a beast of burden, sir.
No offense meant, gentlemen. Just something an old friend of mine once said at a party.
Socrates said that.
Yes, that's correct. I see I'm not alone in having met that great man.
Well, in any case, Major Trevor and Yeoman Prince will arrange for your quarters. They're expecting you at the Harrison Academy. That's an official guest house we use. You will be, of course, a guest of the United States government.
This will be your quarters, Andros. You'll follow me?
Hey, thanks. You're welcome, Major. Though I had the feeling you didn't need much help.
And thank you, Wonder Woman.
But luckily I heard the sounds.
Where's Diana?
Oh, she's probably getting help.
I'm delighted to finally meet the fabled Wonder Woman. But not to see you Earthlings once again given to your weakness for violence.
We better all get inside. Andros?
Paul Bjornsson, Swedish News Service.
Thanks again.
Will I see you again?
Perhaps.
I look forward to it.
Here you are, Andros.
Are you all right? I notified the police.
Oh, it's okay, Diana. It's all over. Had a little help from Wonder Woman.
Yes, it's fortunate Wonder Woman was so close at hand. Isn't it, Yeoman Prince?
Yes, it was very fortunate.
And we had some help from this good Samaritan.
Paul Bjornsson.
Oh, yes, Yeoman Diana Prince.
Is this violence customary?
Well, unfortunately, every big city has some crime.
Ah, yes, of course. Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, and your Barbary coast, yes. The names of the cities change, but the squalor and the crime do not.
Yeah, well, we can talk about it later.
Yes, I'd like some details from my news service.
I'm sorry. I think we'd better postpone any meetings, Major Trevor, until I gather more data.
Look, they were just petty crooks.
Yes, petty crooks, but why are there always so many of them and so few of the others? He once accused me of being impatient with humanity.
Lincoln?
Yes. Well, perhaps I am impatient. But 1 week later, he was assassinated. I'll contact you, Major.
Well, I'm sorry, Andros, but for your own protection, it's best. I accept full responsibility, sir.
Nonsense, Steve. You can't be blamed because this alien uses some kind of a super science gadget on you.
I certainly hope the General isn't too hard on Major Trevor.
Perhaps if he is, cleave from a lovely girl might help.
Our statements may also be helpful, Mr. Bjornson.
Yeah.
I want regular reports on your investigation, Steve, and results.
Yes, sir. Come on, Diana, we've got work to do. I'm sorry, Mr. Bjornson, but from here on out, this matter is top secret.
For friendly, neutral Swedish newspaper man.
I know you're a neutral and have press clearance, but it's still top secret.
Of course. I understand.
General Blankenship, have you met Mr. Bjornson? He's a very well-known correspondent.
And an admirer of yours, sir, especially your theories on airborne invasion technique.
Well, it's most unusual, Mr. Bjornson. A civilian who understands technical military tactics.
Actually, sir, I could use your help and advice for a series of articles I'm doing on outstanding military theoreticians.
Well, I guess I have a few minutes. Come in.
And we want to get a description of Andros out to every police station and sheriff's office as well.
Yes, sir.
This is a full-scale search, Diana. Now, I've got the final responsibility for finding him.
Is there any word on the location of the spacecraft, sir?
No, not yet. I've got search teams crisscrossing every possible landing site in Virginia and Maryland. Still nothing.
Sir, may I suggest alerting the civil defense workers as well? They may help supplement the search for both Andros and the spacecraft.
It's a good idea, Diana. Why don't you take care of it?
Yes, sir, right away.
Oh, and Diana,
Yes, sir.
if you get any other notions, go ahead with them.
Thank you, sir. As a matter of fact, I do have an idea.
A local god figure?
A great human hero. Great because he made peace, as well as war.
Where is he now, Andros?
Oh, he's dead. Humans are short-lived.
How did he die?
Well, he was assassinated.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
I thought I might find you here. How did you know me when I was Diana Prince?
I felt the difference between us and the sameness. We're both exiles.
No. I'm a volunteer.
Volunteer to help mankind?
Yes. To work and fight for justice and democracy. I think that's important and necessary, don't you?
Perhaps. He's an example of what humans can achieve, can be, and should be.
Andros, you can help us. Help the Allies against the Nazis.
No. I'm sworn to certain regulations. I must remain neutral, even though General Blankenship hopes that I'll give him an arsenal of new weapons. Mankind is destructive enough.
I understand. Andros, when you arrived, the storms, you can control the weather, can't you?
I thought you'd understand. Yes, I use natural forces. From tipping the mind into sleep to changing the balance of atmosphere.
I don't understand. power you have, it's awesome.
I don't use it lightly. As I said, I'm not here to harm mankind, but to study it.
Can I help?
I'd like that very much. I need a guide. And I need a friend.
$20? That's a lot of money for a plain, hard-working Swedish newspaperman, but yeah, $20. I bet you that Andros' demonstration will be at Fort Meade.
Nope.
Oh? Aberdeen Proving Grounds.
I don't think I like this game anymore.
You're right, Etta, and I'm sorry. I know you can't talk about top-secret information.
You're right. Everything's always so hush-hush. But I do know one thing I can tell you.
Oh? What's that?
My phone number. And this $20 will buy a terrific night out. For two.
Now, that's a remarkable idea.
I have agreed to this demonstration, gentlemen, to make clear that I'm very serious and that I must speak to the heads of your government. I hope what I do here will make you accept the truth that I am not from Earth and that I'm here on a most important mission.
Well, Andros, I think you've made your point.
I agree, sir.
Then you do accept the fact that Andros is from beyond this planet, gentlemen.
Yes, you've convinced me. What exactly did you want to discuss with the President?
The Council of Planets is concerned about this war and about your atomic research in Oak Ridge.
I'm afraid that's top secret.
Atomic power is the first step. And the next one is space travel. Humans will swarm into the galaxy. Space is vast, but life is precious and rare. We cherish it. We do not have wars.
We did not want this one, sir.
Who is we? I come to visit not your country, General, but your planet, and to make a determination. If this brutal warfare is any image of what mankind is like, then mankind cannot be allowed to advance into space.
What do you mean, cannot?
If necessary, General, I will stop it.
How?
By earthquake, tidal wave, volcano, forces that will topple your civilization. I loathe the idea.
Then why?
I'm not a diplomat or a polite envoy. I am judge, jury, and if necessary, executioner. Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, your Barbary coast. The names of the cities change, but the squalor, the crime do not.
They've been in that meeting 45 minutes now.
Do you think President Roosevelt's going to believe Andros?
That he's from another planet? I sure hope so. I think he will. He's been completely briefed on everything that Andros has done and said.
You know what I was just thinking? That it's a lot more important that Andros believe the president, that we are men of goodwill. And even though we're right in the middle of this world war, there still is hope for this planet.
I want to speak to your President Roosevelt and some of the leaders of Congress. I'm not a diplomat or a polite envoy. I am judge, jury, and executioner.
I wish they'd call. This waiting is getting to me.
It can't be too much longer now.
Blankenship? Yes, Mr. President. Yes, sir. I understand. The meeting's over. The President says he has no doubt that Andros is genuine. but also he could be a very genuine threat. He's ordered me to assemble a strike force for use against Andros, if necessary.
It was good of you to wait while I spoke with President Roosevelt, Wonder Woman. You know, if my determination is negative and I become a threat, they're going to try to kill me, of course.
And fail.
Of course. You understand.
I understand that I am Earthborn, Andros. This is my planet, my world. I know my mother, the Queen, and my sisters on Paradise Island would all agree with me. We cannot allow you to pass judgment on Earth and destroy it.
I hope you're successful. Tell me about your Paradise Island.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's tranquil and peaceful. It's outside of time, Andros. We cherish old ways. We are close with the ancient natural order of things. We live together in harmony with our living Earth.
If these are basic in your beliefs, why don't you stop this war?
I would, but my powers are limited. I'm trying. I've placed myself on the side of the Allies to end it.
By force?
If it's necessary.
And is it? Is this a war between good and evil?
Yes, I think so.
I'm not yet convinced. There may be neither good nor evil, only degrees of savagery.
No, you're wrong. There is a choice, Andros. And human beings must be allowed to make that choice.
I was chosen for this mission because I didn't want it. I want to find hope. I want to see humankind grow into a true civilization, into the great comity of planets. Trust me. And help me find a favorable answer.
Will you trust me? Trust me to use my golden lasso so that I may know you're telling me the truth? Andros, have you told me the truth?
Yes.
If you judge the Earth a danger or threat to your Council of Planets, will you destroy it?
The Council will order it done.
Can we stop you?
No, I think not. And if you could, even though I'm monitored by the Council, I still must report via my spacecraft's comweb every 3 of your days. And if somehow I'm killed or imprisoned, and that report is not made, an orbiting battle satellite will instantly attack. And this planet will become a barren cinder. I pray that will not happen.
You've spoken the truth to me, Andros, but if it's necessary, we will try to stop you.
I understand. We can be honest with one another. We can trust one another. And for that, I'm very grateful.
Thanks, Harrison. Keep him covered.
Major Trevor, what's going on? I thought that Andros was free to go anywhere he likes.
That's right. We're just keeping an eye on him.
And this, strike force, to assassinate him.
Only as a last resort, Diana, in case he tries to harm us.
Harm us? If anything happens to Andros, the Earth will be destroyed. Steve, our only chance is to be honest with him, to trust him, not to make a hopeless attempt to murder him.
My assignment is a logical military alternative and a patriotic necessity.
To quote Dr. Samuel Johnson, patriotism is the last refuge of scoundrels.
Yeoman Prince.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Aye, aye, sir.
Etta, this is confidential.
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely.
Major Trevor.
This is Strike Force Alpha Wing, sir. We've lost him.
realize that these humans have armed soldiers following you?
Yes, of course. I frightened them.
But you still believe they are capable of civilization?
Yes.
Well, then, we have come to a decision, Andros.
But the survey isn't complete.
True, but we will refine the process. If these primitives attack you, we will not intervene to help.
You will survive or die alone. I accept that. They're capable of suspicion, but not mindless murder.
But if they kill you, Andros, we will destroy that planet instantly and completely.
No, I don't want a general alarm. How'd you lose him in the first place? Well, just keep looking.
Diana?
Yes.
Diana, I have a problem.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bjornsson.
No, Paul, please.
Paul, what is it?
It is a problem with Andros. I'm writing a feature about him for my newspapers, but I have a great respect for him, and I want to be sure he is treated correctly.
Oh, I approve of that, Paul.
Paul. And so I would like to talk to him personally, and I need your help to get to him.
I'm afraid that's impossible, Mr. Bjornsson. Major Trevor already told you the matter is top secret.
I don't want to get any secrets, just personal background.
I'm afraid not.
Isn't it up to Andros?
Possibly.
Diana? Yes.
Afternoon, Etta.
I have to talk to you for a second about Andros.
Will you excuse us a moment, Mr. Bjornsson? What is it, then?
Steve wanted me to find you. They've located Andros. He's in the Library of Congress, reading old books of all things. And we've already sent one of our men down there to watch him. But Steve wanted you to go down and keep an eye on him. That way he wouldn't get too suspicious.
Something has come up, Mr. Bjornsson.
Of course, I understand. Wars have a way of coming between people.
Yes, we'll give each other a...
Rain check.
A what?
That's when you have to stop in the middle of something and you want to start again as soon as possible.
Yes, a rain check. It is.
You've got it. Dr. Andros, you will come with us.
Ah. Us, meaning a Swedish news service?
We can discuss that later.
Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman!
You believed in these savages, Andros. You were wrong.
They haven't killed me.
They will.
We are canceling your power linkages, Andros. We are deactivating your power source. You trust these humans, you believe in them. Now you are no more than human. As vulnerable as they are, as easy to harm.
Corell.
Take him.
We agreed to remove Andros' powers to test his belief in these humans. But now, I'm afraid they will harm him.
Then he dies by his own choice. And in dying, he makes the decision final. To rid the planet of the human disease.
Then notify the White House they've got Andros. I want all the local police and the FBI on this. Out. How's Wonder Woman?
Alive, barely.
How does Paul Bjornson figure in on this?
We managed to grab one of his men. He's talking now. Bjornson's a Nazi. A deep spy planted years ago until something important enough came along.
Andros.
Can't think of anybody more important. But don't worry, we'll get him. I got a description of the truck they left in. It's being sent to every police force from Florida to Nova Scotia. Now, I realize a truck that size can't manage some of these back roads, but this was planned, and I'm sure they'll change vehicles. So I want a police checkpoint on every road, track, or cow path leading out of here. Is that clear? General, with your permission, I'd like to go to the base clinic now.
Of course. I'm praying for her, too.
Oh, Edda, have you heard anything about Wonder Woman?
I just spoke to the doctor. It seems she got hit by a poison gas. They don't know what it is.
What kind of treatment are they using?
That's just it. There is no treatment. It seems she has this incredible ability to throw off the poison. She's curing herself.
They got Andros. Bjornson.
That's right. He's a Nazi agent. We've already rounded up some of his people, and the most massive search in history is going on right now.
Oh, he must have had this very carefully planned, including the escape. Steve, we have to get Andros back. If the Council of Planets is monitoring what's been happening, they might launch an attack on the Earth and destroy it. We've got to find a way to get a message to them, to tell them we'll try to save Andros.
But how can we do that?
I know there's communication equipment on the spaceship.
We were never able to find the spaceship. Careful, careful.
I'm all right. I have to find the spacecraft and a way to send that message.
But you can't go now. You've been poisoned. It's much too early for you to leave the hospital.
Steve, I'm going to find the spacecraft myself. I'm all right.
We've searched that area a dozen times and come up empty a dozen times.
I know which direction he came from and where he was first seen. I have to make one final search for him. If I don't, it might be fatal for Earth.
Is trying to activate Andros' key control.
Let her go. If the correct signal isn't sent, the satellite would automatically destroy their planet. We won't have to bother.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. All the world's waiting for you and the power you possess. fighting for your rights, and the old red, white, and blue. Wonder Woman, all our hopes are pinned upon you, and the magic that you do. Stop a bullet cold, make the axis fold, change their mind.